wouldn't call IB classes like college classes or anything. They're definitely not as challenging as some classes I've taken in school, but they're a really good transition between high school and college. They really teach you how to work hard, that you have to work hard, that you can't just study for one exam in a night, that you can't just write one paper in a day.
So taking IB classes, I definitely took a variety of classes like IB Business, like IB History, IB English, all these different classes that incorporate different things. So kind of made me a more well-rounded individual, I would say.
Well, transitioning from home to upstate, like geographically, it was kind of a change, but and socially it was also like somewhat of a change, but work-wise I felt like prepared and ready because of like IB.
I can go to college and I could sit down and with like a 2,000 word paper that's due in a couple days on top of other assignments and be like, I can easily write this right now to the best of my ability in a manageable time frame and still have time to do other things.
Seeing some of my friends at school like struggling with like writing papers and like time management, like I feel like IB at least like forced me to like come up with a base for some of those skills that I think helped me at college.
There was a lot of writing involved, and it definitely strengthened my writing because I was really not a great writer, and I was a little nervous to do IB because of that, because I knew it was going to be a lot of writing. But since we did so much of it, so much practice with it, you know, with the WT1s, WT2s, and extended essay and all these other things, I was able to, you know, eventually just keep on building and working on something that that wasn't strong in.
I know how to cite sources. I know how to do research, and like going into school, like I never really like put my best foot forward when I did research in high school, but like it helped me so much knowing how to do it once I got to college.
Any essay I write in one class can inform the structure or the content of an essay in another class. For example, if I write a research paper in physics, I can transfer the structure or the type of research that I do to write a paper in English or history or any other class that I have to write a research paper on. And I think that's the beauty of the IA, because it allows you to explore a topic that you want to explore whilst also giving you skills that are transferable among all subjects.
There's never one way to answer a question. It's never just a question with one answer. And I thought that extended essay between that and also like our history classes, we like went a lot over open-ended questions and how to write. And like you just really need to pull things from all different kinds of resources, which I thought that we touched on a lot with extended essay, was getting into different resources and how to use those as outside information.
I compared two books, The Joy Luck Club by Amy Tan and Jean Lahiri's The Namesake, because I got to explore Eastern culture and literature more. And then I hope to experience how two different worlds of literature can share a different idea.
Basically, you learn how to write in high school, then you learn how to write thoughtfully and more at like a collegiate level with the extended essay.
I think that one of the biggest takeaways that I learned from IB was time management.
I played a sport, and coming home I knew I had to do work and I couldn't like fool around and like play video games.
I guess IB taught me how to balance, you know, playing a sport, working, and, you know, having a social life, and also being able to, you know, do well in school.
In comparison to some of my classmates who were really nervous about writing, let's say, a 10-page essay right away that was due next week or something, I immediately was like, oh, this is fine. I did this in IB. Like, it's not bad at all. And I think that IB really helped me with that.
And I think going to college, it like helped me prioritize on like time management and like focus on like what's important, and like being able to like put work first, even if like my friends are going out or something. If I have like something to do, I felt that like I had the ability in myself to, one, be strong-willed and say no, I have to do work, and two, be okay with that decision because work was put first.
With IB, it's really just getting into the real world. It's getting into what you're going to have to do later on, and it's a lot of work. But the work pays off because when you're getting into these real-world situations, when you're talking about real-world problems and you're talking about issues that are not only from the past but contemporary, you get into a mindset where you want to explore the field. And that's really what I gleaned from IB.
So for my CAS project, I volunteered at an outpatient physical therapy center, and I'm a physical therapy major in college, so that really helped me because when I started my physical therapy program at Ithaca, I was just in all my sciences. I'd never got that like clinical exposure until now that I'm a 4th year. So I'm really glad that I knew the whole time what it was like, even though I was just a volunteer, so I couldn't really do anything hands-on, but just to be there and see things.
So I think that the CAS report also helped me realize how much I love volunteering and community service, and helped me realize that I was already volunteering so much in high school, but it helped me like almost like categorize what I was doing, which I found really helpful. Also come college applications, I kind of had a review of what I had done.
Aside from being helpful to my major, helping people and just being around, you know, like older adults was just really fulfilling in a way that, I don't know how to explain it. It's just like nice to be able to help people out, and especially people who are struggling or in pain.
Yeah, so IB Business definitely helped me out with the different aspects of a business. You know, if it was between marketing, finance, accounting, management, and entrepreneurship specifically to start my own business. One of my goals was to just see people in the hallways and in town, and just see people wearing my brand. And that's something that definitely did come true, which is really awesome.
TOK is very interesting. It allows me to express my ideas about a certain topic and also listen to other people's ideas on a certain topic. And it also gives me insight into the connection of all of my IB classes. I really didn't see the connection until I got into TOK and started discussing ethics problems and stuff like that, and using things from my other classes, and it was really neat.
So I knew that a lot of people did their CAS with volunteering for something, whether it was with children or older adults or animals, and I think that you just get a different kind of fulfillment that you don't get through extracurricular activities at school.
I think the biggest benefit for me of IB was that it's college level material, but it's still the comfort of high school.
I would say if you feel like maybe freshman and sophomore year were a little like easy for you and like you kind of coasted through it, like I would say even if there's not like a subject you're in love with, I would say challenge yourself and go for the full diploma, because you'll feel better in college knowing that you didn't breeze through high school and you like challenged yourself and you're more prepared.
I do think that it was so critical in my college career, and seeing that now as a senior, maybe I didn't recognize that when I was going through it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do this assessment of this test. But then as soon as I got into college, and I really was like, okay, this is beneficial for my future. And I think that, you know, even now looking for jobs and whatnot, you can see how IB really helps you present and write and whatnot. So it's not just for, you know, 11th and 12th grade and to get you into college, but it helps you through college.
Just consider like you know yourself as a student, and also like you know if you're the type of student who likes to learn. If you like to learn, these are the classes for you, because you get really engaged in the courses. The teachers are amazing, so you get closer with the teachers. There's a ton of extra help, and they just really help you think outside the box.
But they really help you enhance your social skills and writing skills, the ability to work in groups, which is really important in college, because you're going to be with all these kids with different ideas and different backgrounds, and you're going to have to be able to communicate on a level that you're all on the same level of understanding, and be able to move coherently and very efficiently as a group.
If you're teetering on the edge of should I do IB, should I not, just do it. And if you don't like it, you can always exchange classes, and you can always just not do it if it's not right for you. But I think that you should give it a shot.